Welcome to your favorite lifestyle show, I Africa, where stories come to life, culture shines, and inspiration knows no borders. I am Rugari Mtokwani. Now, we often look back at our history with pride, but today we're also looking at how our modern day storytellers are carrying that legacy forward in their own creative ways and art. We sat down with three phenomenal Zimbabwean artists, each with their own unique voice, style, and message. The born free generation, drawing inspiration from the gallant sons and daughters who died for this country, and now it inspires their art and legacy they hope to leave behind. I Africa searches for inspiration and innovation in all areas of popular culture, from fashion and design through to architecture, art, food, and travel. The focus is on outstanding individuals doing extraordinary things on the African continent. The show presents creatives in their home nations, visiting renowned designers, musicians, architects who are leaving their mark on the young continent. Join me, your host, Rugari Mtokwani, as we take a round trip across Africa and get to be inspired, motivated, and future-oriented. I Africa, celebrating the African story. From music to poetry, these creatives are shaping the cultural heartbeat of Zimbabwe in ways that will move you, challenge you, and most definitely uplift you. So grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and let's dive into these incredible stories of creativity, resilience, and national pride. This is I Africa.
Because of the legends, now we are free. Because of the legends, now we are free. Because of the legends, now we are free. Because of the legends, now we are free.
Full name is Fabian Jackson. In music, they call me FB Jackson. FB Jackson, I've come a long way with music. I've started from Chiri Eben Grooves, Maswana, Rocky, and then the stuff. And we have actually see so many things in the industry. We have improved in our music. We have improved in recordings. So yes, I think for me I've come a long way. In music, I think when I started music, I was like, then lately I find out I can do something. Then I started writing my own lyrics. And I asking other guys, guys, how can I do it? They were saying like, then I have to do it by myself. And I started teaching myself. No, now I can sing and I can impress. So I do not impress about music. I think in the absence of music, the message actually, I usually use music that the message that Tsurawanu. Music, message, encourage, so that kuna wanita zvakaipa and so other people wanita abuse and other things. Could at least when I'm singing, I cut across kurambidza in other way or kutsura in other words. I think when it comes to that, when it's about heroes and independence as well, I think it's falling in one umbrella. So I was just it's the song I did it for legends. Anyone who fought for this country is a legend. In the terms of those who are doing music as well, those are the legends. The footballers as well, they are the legends. So I'm saying those guys, they've done a lot to the country as well, or to us people generally. When I did this song, I was just looking in general. Because I wasn't in such a way of thinking of anyone in mind. But to say in terms of the being reality, I think like the guys like Robert Mugabe and other colleagues like Joshua Ngomo and the likes, they were so hard and powerful. They could stand, they could stop things. So from us, we were like, okay, if singing a song on those lines At least it reminds us the AMA 2000, because mainly I was focusing on AMA 2000 because they still need a direction, because sometimes they're missing it somewhere somehow. So that was the thing. So yeah, what I think needs to be done is there's certain programs that used to run. Maybe these days we don't find them. If those programs, they will come back on the grassroots, like in sport, in singing, there were some houses that we know, like Anachipao and the stuff. They used to groom so that mayutsa aiwana nguva yekuita zvinhu zvekuti munhu aitozati kana nyangwe asiri kuchikoro unomona ari kumaarts ari kutoita zvimwe zvinhu, kana asiri kuchikoro ari kubhora. So I think those things needs to be more of those things to encourage my youths, because my youths, I think they are getting it lost somewhere somehow. Vanga vakomana vasikana, and they're more into drugs like these days. It's so worrying kuti vana vedu vachazovei, and that is the main worry of everyone. So what I think they need to be motivated and keep them ningiri kuti vanzwiseni culture yedu, because isu culture yedu iri rich. Tino vanhu vatema ende maZimbabwe titorana nonyara zvokuti. So that's why you see our culture ichiri kuramba iripo, saka inongoda kuramba ichikwenenzverwa, ichinyatsotarisiswa kuti tingaite sei nevechidiki, because vechidiki as well vakuadoptawo mamwe cultures. At the end they get it lost along the way. Saka isu sevanhu tinenge tichikuti no, vana vanoda kuramba vachidzidziswa, and muschools I think zvinofanira kuramba zvichingoitwa vachidzidziswa about our culture. Yes. My messages to everyone: let's have one love. Don't drink and drive as usual, because mumaroads umu matsaona anenge akanyanyisa. So ndikuti kana tichipemberera ngatipembererei semhuri imwe chete, tiri pamwe chete, and enjoy the legacy.
Because of the legends, now we are free. Because of the legends, now we are free. Because of the legends, now we are free. Because of the legends, now we are free.
Ivo vakatipedzera, nasi topemberera, topemberera, topemberera. Madamuro uyo ariko mahiro vakafira nyika yedu tite frino. Ariko mahiro vamwe vari pakati pedu zvazvino. Saka ngativarangarire tivatende, nengoma ngairire tisatendere, muvengi achizokanda matende, mwana wevhu azviramba ndati kwete, saka woyo muchibva ndati gap.
So my name is Ruben Mareza, informally known as Dambros. I'm an artist. I have been doing this since 2017. Okay, I didn't want to be limited. Like if I am classified as a GT artist, I would be expected to be doing GT music like most of the time, or every sound I make has to have a GT something. So I don't want those things. I want to be free to say if today I want to create an R&B song, and create an R&B song. It's too easy. I call it magic. Yeah, I would say I got some help. I got a lot of help. Like on the right on the beginning of my journey, I met with Hilary Marufu before he was this famous Master H, and he mentored me and nurtured me up to a point. He got busy, and we were not together anymore, but he's like an elder brother to me. I also have my producer, Mr. Blake. He has been working with me ever since I started the journey, and we've been creating music together ever since then up to now. Some of the challenges I faced, or I'm still facing right now, are mostly on airplay. On airplay and the bookings. We still need to push so that we gain consistency around all platforms where music is being. So I managed to, my achievements as an artist, the first one is I managed to build a studio with my producer, which is currently operational. And also Ah, the rest is on stage performances. I've I've been proud of some of the performances I've made on stage. The thing about dance now compared to other genres is is pretty simple. Like for gospel artists, for a gospel artist to be considered, I remember when I was growing up, they used to have band members, a band, an operational band, and lots of stuff would be needed. But for dancehall and hip hop, most times you just usually just need a beat, and then artist, and anyway it can fire can start. So that's why most youth now go to Zim dance, because for Zim dance it's far much cheaper. All you need maybe is phone, and then get some beats made, and then you step in the studio, you just run. Even on stage, there's no band needed. The DJ will just play a beat, and the artist will run. So I think it covers even the budget issues. Danzo is cheap. Those day means a lot to me as an artist and also as a youth in Zimbabwe, because on Heroes Day is when we remember or commemorate the works that were done by our heroes. It's not easy for someone to say, no, I'm now going into the forest to fight. I'm now going to the battlefield to fight, for other people like me who they have never seen or met, to fight for a future they don't know. So I respect that very much. I respect that, and I respect also the heroes. So it's a very important day for me. I think this should be done. The youth. I think they respect, but right now there is a what could you call this? An outbreak. No, the drug abuse now is an outbreak, and without proper education and warning, youth they get lured into drugs without knowing. This has nothing to do with respecting the works done by our heroes, but then now they are now disregarding the works, because now when they do drugs, or as youth, if we do drugs, we are now disrupting the future. Totaukanganisa ramangwana zvekuti the sacrifices that were done by our heroes now are meaningless. Or to say, even if you were saying it was being talked about by the people they were fighting, they would disregard us, saying we are not worth freedom. With regards to Heroes Day, my message is this to the youth. The battle is over, but the war is not yet over. We still have a mandate to build the nation. So even though the heroes fought and did their part, still it is now on our hands. We are now the ones on the battlefield, and we have to build the nation. That is the war that they left for us. It's very simple.
iAfrica searches for inspiration and innovation in all areas of popular culture, from fashion and design through to architecture, art, food, and travel. The focus is on outstanding individuals doing extraordinary things on the African continent. The show presents creatives in their home nation. As we're celebrating the diversity of Zimbabwe's talent, this week we're going to make sure that every segment has its own special flavor. That was Russ Dambros in our very first segment of iAfrica. Now stay tuned as I take you down a jazzy journey with jazz artist Bernard Betera.
Who are we waiting for to unite? Who got the whistle to tell us what to do? Yes, Africans, we hate each other, trying to differentiate each other. Yes, Africans, we hate each other, trying to differentiate each other. Who are we waiting for to unite? Africa is one, we are all plates, we want one money, we are one colors, and we love Africa. Africa is one, we are all plates, we want one money, we have four colors, and we love Africa. No religion should separate us as Africans. No religion should separate us as Africans.
Hi Zimbabwe, hi Africa. My name is Bernard Betera and I'm an Afro jazz musician. And I think it's been years now. I started recording 2017 up to now, and I have got 2 albums already on YouTube. And now I'm working on a new album called Africa, starting with the single that I released a month ago called Africa Unite. So that's Bernard Betera for you. Well, Afro jazz, actually, let me just say, it's in my blood. I've been doing this for long now, following the footsteps of Dr. Oliver Mtukudzi, because he's the one who inspired me. So I choose this genre because it is a following of mature people. When I'm talking about mature people, I'm not talking about the age. I'm talking about the mind. So I choose to do this because it is grown-ups people who know what they are doing. Well, it was hard. I don't want to lie. You know, when you are starting something, just like when you are a farmer, you know how it is when you are giving it all into investing for something that you don't even know if it is going to be well, or if it is going to be rain or whatever. So it has been hard for me. I don't want to lie, especially that I didn't have anyone who helped me in giving money to record, doing visuals and all that. But I think now I've got a lot of fans, a lot of followers that are helping me out. So I think now I'm good to go, and things are getting better each and every day. Yeah, I've worked with so many. I was invited to feature on an album called what is the album? But the guy is Makingwazi, a guy. I featured a song called Rufu, and I did another collaboration with Byron Mulinga, the song called Komborera. I did a song again with Henry Mperekwa, and yeah, I think for now that's all. And Dr. Tawanda as well. I did a song with him. Actually, it's my song that I featured him. The song is called Munondi Dadi Samambo, and I did another one. That one was about coronavirus. I did it with Stana, Mighty T, Gaspi Warrior, Kudzinya Kujga. There was Peter Moyo. There was a lot of artists like Sandra Ndebele and a lot of artists there. I think those are the collaborations that I did so far. Well, I love everyone. I accept everyone, but for now, I think I like Macheso. Yeah, because our genres, our type of music are different. I would love to hear what it sounds to feature Mseve person with Afro jazz. I would love to hear what will come out. For me, I would say there is a lot that I want to do, and Zimbabweans are going to be proud of me because like the album which is coming, I'm going to release soon called Africa is going to make a history, not only in Zimbabwe but worldwide. Because I've seen that we are forgetting who we are. I've seen that we are forgetting what we are as Africans. So I'm just coming out with this Africa album. It's going to be huge, and it's not going to grow me only, but the whole Africa, the whole Zimbabwe.
Zvakaoma wandisimudza nesimba, sebukira wandisimudza nesimba. Oh, munondipfumbamira, oh, munondipfumbamira. Nyika ingapisa semoto, zuva ringapisa semoto. Nyika ingapisa semoto, kana zuva ringapisa semoto.
iAfrica searches for inspiration and innovation in all areas of popular culture, from fashion and design through to architecture, art, food, and travel. The focus is on outstanding individuals doing extraordinary things on the African continent. The show presents creatives in their home nation, visiting renowned designers, musicians, architects who are leaving their mark on the young continent. That was our third and final segment of this week's edition of iAfrica, where we were joined by Shaznay Good, who's popularly known as the Amashan. And to all the Amashans out there, ooh, stay poetic.
Urichiponda moyo, unondiponda moyo, ndati urichiponda moyo, unondiponda moyo. Nanga ndisingazive kuti rudo runoruma, love bite, kunzwa kuda kuzuraya, suicide, kunosuwa paside, hanzi love is blind. I probably needed specs, nekuti uri jacaranda, you mesmerize my eyesight.
My name is Shaznay Megan Wood, aka The Amashan, and I'm a multi-award-winning spoken word artist. I serve whole meals on mics by ministering inspiring messages to your ears. I started off my poetry journey in 2015 at Queen Elizabeth School. From then onwards, I joined Easy Poetry Jam in 2017, led by the Hey Preacher. It was a group of poets who gathered together to just perform for each other and to perfect their skills. So I learned from there, and in 2018, I took my poetry to the stage, to the main stage. I started performing at different events, for example, Easy Poetry Jams and live sessions, theater in the park. I slammed for Kanyanisa under Lit Fest twice. I'm a slam champion for those two poetry slams. In 2019, I took my poetry journey to social media. That's where the journey really started. I had my first radio interview, all because I was posting short videos of my poetry on Instagram. In 2020, I got my first gig of being a video. I am a video vixen and a poet as well. And in 2020, I got my first gig as a video vixen. This was Life Young, Really Complicated by Confused and Tigons. And then I scored a video with Ja Praiser, which was Porovoka. And in 2021, I continued with both poetry and video vixening. In 2021, I released a poem called Chiponda Moyo, and Chiponda Moyo marked a huge milestone in my poetry journey. I have a degree in film, radio, and TV production. So when I make my visuals, they usually have a story or an aspect of film. And I usually do these videos with a guy named Dennis Chirota. He started working with me in 2019, way before I was in the spotlight. In 2022, I was nominated for a really big award, Youngest Female Achiever in Africa, and the awards were done in Ghana, and I won the award. That was my first regional award. In 2022 again, I won a Masai to 30 Under 30 award as one of Zimbabwe's top social media influencers. And I also won another award again with the Netherlands Embassy on the 8th of December 2022. And this marked a very important step in my career, in the sense that I got funding, and this funding helped me to make more videos. We get into 2023. I'm performing for big NGOs. I'm talking the Swedish Embassy, the Netherlands Embassy, the Canadian Embassy, We Lead Trust, and my work was featured in the European Union's newspapers and newsletters all over the world. So, when I released a poem titled Munodarire, sponsored by the Netherlands Embassy through a grant that was given to me in 2022 as a gender champion, I managed to make that amazing visual that speaks against rape and child marriages. This very same piece was nominated for a NAMA Award in 2024, and I can say this was one of the biggest milestones for me in my poetry career, because it wasn't just an award ceremony when we went there to Bulawayo last week. It was an experience. I got to meet captains of industry. I got to network with other artists who are out of not just poetry, but also music, visual arts, film directors, etc., etc. And I want to give a big shout out to the National Arts Council for acknowledging my work. I tried applying for 5 years and I didn't give up. And in the 6th year, finally, I managed to make it to the NAMAs. I'm a NAMA nominee. And in the next 5 years, I see myself in America winning a Grammy. I want a spoken word Grammy. I want to make my country proud. And I want to help other poets to connect their poetry to the mainstream. Because it's one thing to be in poetry circles and it's another thing to be actually in the mainstream and actually be able to engage with musicians and producers. I can say the power of thoughts is the magic in mind. It all starts in your mind before you actually do it. So discipline your mind and also be authentic. Don't lie to yourself. Always make sure that you put God first and put in the work. It will eventually pay off. Be patient, don't rush.
ndaitoda kurorwa ndichiwevha vanhu ndiri mulemosini manje ndiani achandida ndati munodarirei pamunenge muchimbozviita munenge muchimbofila sei kana pfungwa dzenyu dziri tsoka dzinombofamba sei kasi dzinombotatarika zoita sedzaenda nemhepo dzombopepereka haiwa munopaparika ndati munodarirei. The pain you inflicted, I end in my pain stop. It's so hard to forget, you can't even stay soft. Misodzi inoyerera sema raindrops. Munofugura pasiri penyu kunge crop top. Makupersonalize vanhu kunge ma laptop. Nea serious hera renyu munongodya mapork pie. Hamuna basa kuti mwana mdiki kana kuti munhu mukuru here. Munongotsvaga kuti pork iri pie ndati munodarirei. Pamunenge muchimbozviita munenge muchimbofila sei kana pfungwa dzenyu dziri tsoka.
What an inspiring journey it's been on this special episode. 3 different voices, 3 different stories, but all united by one common thread: the spirit of Zimbabwean creativity, resilience, and pride. As we approach Heroes Day, let's remember that while the heroes of our past fought for our freedom, the heroes of today are using their talents to protect, preserve, and promote our identity. Let's continue to honor our past by creating a future we can all be proud of. Until next time, I'm Rugarim Dokwani, and this is iAfrica.